So, hi, it's me, Camila Rose. Welcome back to another 185 Insane update. This time we are doing week 19, which means we have a vlog. So, I will check in with you all after this week's. Good morning. Thought that I would bless you all with a rare glimpse of my hair because it is wash morning, Sunday morning. And normally you would never see my hair down because it stays braided. And that is the only reason why it's nice and not tangled in a hot mess, is because I have left it in the braids. But I said I'm gonna wash it and I'm taking it down, so you might as well get a little glimpse at it. So enjoy while you can, because as soon as I get done with washing my hair, I'm braiding it right on back up. Now I use pattern products. I really like them. My hair has not been braided in like washed in like 3 weeks. And it's still fantastic. So, yay! Let's go wash our hair. All right, hair is done. We're gonna have a snack and then we're gonna go on a walk. So, I will see you all. Look at the hair. Hair is done. It will stay this way for like 2 or 3 weeks, to be real honest with y'all. But it's time for a walk. Let's go on a walk. Hello. So we made ourselves some Greek yogurt for dinner. And we're making eggs. So we're getting to it. And that's going to be it for the food. And then I'll probably check in a little bit for just recap of the day. It's a bit early. Y'all can barely see me. There we go. But we're out White Rock Lake, ready for our morning walk. Let's get it. I'll see y'all in a little bit. I brought some bagel with me and eating away and gonna go hit the trail. Mile 1, mile 2. Mile 5. 6 miles. Mile 7. 8 miles. Mile 9. All right, so we're all done. That was a total of 9.5 miles. Took a little less than 3 hours. Feeling great. Let's go to the arboretum so we can go see all of the fun festivities. From the walk and my adventures, and now it is time for breakfast, journaling and writing. Let's get the day going. Made myself some salad because I was feeling a little hungry, and I finished all my tasks other than reading. So I'm gonna eat, then go take my bath, and then go read. Good morning. How's it going? I'm feeling real good, real gentle. It's that wonderful time of the month when I'm in a great mood. So you know what that means. We have to ride that until it runs out, because it will. Let's make our morning drink. So yesterday, I think I recorded some yesterday. I don't think I did a lot though. Yesterday, I went to White Rock Lake. I walked around the lake. It was amazing. Did the whole 9.5 miles. Was apparently walking quite fast. I was doing like a 17-minute mile, which is very fast for me because I run like a 16, 15-minute mile. So I was moving yesterday. And I was just feeling nice. Like it just felt, and it was beautiful outside. The weather was perfect. absolutely perfect. I got there super early. And it was still dark out, and it was dark out for a good minute. Anyways, I got there super early and it was still dark out, and I was like, oh, the sun comes out at like 6:45, so whatever. The sun comes up at like 7 o'clock now. And this is the last week. On Sunday, we fall back an hour, so daylight saving time begins or ends, or whichever one it is. Either way, we fall back an hour. So it will get a little better, but not for long. But I was just like, oh, it's fine. But it was dark. It was quiet. There were not a lot of people out. Now, I will tell you, if you're looking for somewhere to go and work out very early, go to somewhere where there are a lot of runners, because they will be out, baby. If it's raining, if it's cold, it doesn't matter. They will be out. You will never be alone. You will always have a runner somewhere around, so that you don't have to feel necessarily so scared being out and about a little bit early. But make sure you do things to protect yourself. But there weren't as many people as I'm used to. And I don't know if it's because school started back up, because people are busy with their families and things, so they're not out as much. It was perfect. It was delightful. I went to the arboretum for October. Then I'm trying to go, and I've been meaning to go to this flower place, this wholesale floral place. And I haven't made it. And I tried to go yesterday, and it looked real sketch. It's in the design district, but not like in the, over by Ascension or something, or where the couple of hotels or restaurants are. It's like in the design district where the warehouses are. And there just were not a lot of people out. All right, we have to try. I got these yesterday. I'm excited to try them out. The Truvani plant-based proteins. So I'm trying to figure out which one do I want. Okay, we'll do the chocolate, because the chocolate one is the one that I have already from the other one. We'll get started trying these out. I don't smell anything yet. Oh, it smells a little chalky. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how I feel about it. I really like the Sprouts brand. Sprouts has a vegetarian-based protein, and it's got a kind of coffee-like taste to it, and I really enjoy it. So we're going to see how I feel about this one. I got 2 of them. I maybe should have just gotten 1. So we'll have to see about this one. Oh, but it's not necessarily smelling too great. So, your guess is as good as mine. We'll see how that goes. But I went to that place in the design district. Then I was like, I need to go get some fabric, because I've always wanted to make some clothes. And then I was like, oh, I could try to make my Halloween costume. Mind you, it is Monday and Halloween is on Friday. And I've never even used I have used the sewing machine. I never set it up. I just used it when my mom would use it. And so I am basically going to have to reteach myself how to sew, particularly with the sewing machine. And I have literally a brand new sewing machine that I've never even opened up the box for, that I contemplated selling or giving away. I'm so glad I didn't. So I went to Harry Hines, where the fabric stores are. That was divine, fabulous. Such a creative space. There was just so much that you could see and think about, like, I could do this, I could do that. And I really got a lot out of that. And so I bought some fabric, but I said, well, what's something easy I could do? So I'm going to go look up a robe pattern, and I'm going to make a robe. I got 5 yards of this just plain, deep, rich forest green. It's not like satin or silky or anything like that. It is just like regular fabric, because I know that these types of materials can be hard. They can move a lot on the machine, and I don't want to struggle starting off. And this is just to see, like, this is to kind of play with and get it going and see how I feel about it and do all that fun stuff with it. So I'm excited for that. I have to go find a pattern though. And then once I get the pattern, then I can get started. And then I went to Central Market because it wasn't that far away. And then I came home. And then after that, I was like, well, you need to do your journaling. You need to write, because you know I have to write. And I got all of my stuff done. I was done with all of my things, my task, by 2:30. And I honestly felt a little discombobulated. I did not know what to do with myself. I was like, So that was kind of me having to fill in the afternoon. That after I'd spent the entire morning just kind of doing my own thing, it was like, oh, I have now the entire afternoon still to kind of just do my own thing. I did need to take a bath because it's a Monday, so you got to take a bath. And then, and also I'd walked all this 9 miles, so I needed to take a bath to recomp my body, recover for my body. But also it's Monday, so it's a spiritual bath. And then I needed to finish Frankenstein, or at least I wanted to finish Frankenstein, which I did. And I'll make a video about that soon. It was so fascinating. So now it is 8:33. I'm going to go write for 30 minutes in my journal. And then I already posted on my YouTube, my shorts, but I need to do Instagram, which will then go over to Facebook, and then maybe do something on TikTok. As you all know, I don't have the TikTok app, but I do it on my desktop. So we'll see about what I decide to do with that. Because I've been posting 2 pieces of content on YouTube, I've really only been posting once on Instagram. And then I post a separate post on Facebook that's just on my personal page to direct people towards like my website or my services or what I'm doing out in the community. So I'm really kind of posting 4 pieces. They're all the same, but they're 4 separate pieces of content. So it's interesting. But anyways, I'm going to go write, and then I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, journal is done, and now it is time to update the trackers. So I rarely show you all this part, but it exists. So I have trackers for all the things. Just to be able to turn over. There we go. All right, so we write down, this is just what I need to get done. We write down how many miles I walked and what I was walking. So I did 4 miles today, and I did my run. And we also weigh in. But if you're not into weight tracking, ignore that. Then I fill in my trackers. And once I'm done with that, we will start writing. And we're done. We have completed our 1,000 words. And so now I can go, and we completed telling the story of Psyche and Eros. So now I can move on to retelling and rewriting Oya's Pakis mythology. And then I'll be done and can get back to working through all the ways of applying Venus to these different goddesses and Orisha and finish this freaking book. So I'm super excited about that. It'll probably take me another week or so to finish all of Oya's work, and then I can spend another week filling in all the bits and pieces, and then I can get to editing again the second version. And then I can get somebody else to look at it, and then I can publish, hopefully by the end of the year. So I'm super excited. That's really good progress. It is only 10:05. I need to leave around 10:30, maybe 10:40 at the latest. So I'm going to go cook some breakfast, and then I'm going to maybe record a little bit around Frankenstein and my thoughts around it. And then I'll go see the movie, and then I'll do a review after, and then I will maybe do a little bit more work and be done for the day. And be able to get to some of my own personal stuff. You can see my fabric in the background. Maybe while I'm out, I'll stop by Michael's or something and see if I can find a pattern to use for a robe. And if not, then I'll probably end up having to buy one online. But we'll get that done and taken care of. I'm super excited. I'm feeling good. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye. All right, so no eggs because I decided I'm going to get some pretzels at the movie. So I am just having some yogurt and some peanut butter, and then I'm gonna get dressed and head out. Okay, so here's my dilemma. I don't have a clue what I want to wear, so this is what we're going between. Let me go grab them. I think I'm gonna go with this one, but I can also wear this one. It's a little bit more casual, but it looks really nice outside now. I think it's gonna be a little bit warmer. I think it's gonna be kind of really comfortable, so I think I'm gonna actually go with this one. You're tying it once, double knot, make sure it actually stays tied. Make a nice little bow. There we have it. And I think I'll pair this with all my jewelry inside the other room with a simple, I think we'll do some pink earrings, opal jewelry, and I think that'll be the look for the day. Woohoo! We've got lunch. Okay, so I just came back from watching Frankenstein, the new one, Del Toro, and I loved it. I thought it was great. Was it like the book? No, no, not at all. But it was good. It was poignant. And I'm going to make a whole video about it. I already shared my thoughts about what I felt after finishing the book and before seeing the movie. So now I'm going to collect my thoughts and then talk about how I feel, do a movie review, compare the movie and the book, and then talk about what I feel after seeing the film. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. We are here. We are making it happen. It is great. So what are we having this morning? We are actually having some oatmeal because it is cold. It is actually cold in North Texas this morning. I, like a fool, here's my oatmeal, got up and went on a walk. Now, I was all nice and bundled up, which was great. Putting my collagen in, putting in some protein powder. I don't think I'm gonna put any chocolate in this though, or like cacao. Putting in my protein powder. But I was hungry this morning. I was starving. And I ate like a little late. And what I felt, I was pretty full once I ate it. But my body ate that food up. I mean, it just ate it up. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this. The Truvani protein powder is very powdery and very proteiny. I really think I enjoy the Sprouts version better. Oh, there's peanut butter. Delicious. So yeah, breakfast. We have finished our journaling. We have scheduled the newsletters. I made a snack, as you can see, from my pretzels left over from the movies yesterday. And now let's get started working on this contract. So what I'm doing is I am creating the first draft of a service agreement contract for people who will be coming in and reading tarot, doing workshops, classes, all that fun stuff over at Bewitched. So we're going to knock that out, and then we're going to get to moving over some files for editing for our vlog for the week. Oh my goodness. And then we will do our writing, and then we will have met all our goals for the day. We can do it. I still need to record a video. Oh my goodness. But we can do it. It's going to be great. I'll check back in with y'all later. Bye-bye. I have been going all morning. I am just stopping. It is 1:30. I have spent all morning editing, working. So we're making some, what is this called? Yogurt. And we're going to have some eggs. Good morning. It is officially the 1st. It's Thursday. Happy Thursday. There we go. I'm in my fluffy robe. I got out of bed, came straight to the office to journal because it is officially the first day that it is cold outside. It is 43 degrees out here in North Texas. And you know what that means? We are not going outside for a walk or our run yet. We are going to wait till the sun comes up and it's a little bit warmer. It's supposed to be 46 by then. Woo! But it should be good. And we should be fine. So we're going to journal. I've already made some tea. I have my heater going. I've lit my incense for the ancestors. And let's get our morning routine. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Okay, so I already checked in with you all because we're changing up our schedule a little bit. So we stayed home because it is 43 degrees outside, so we are not running. And I did my journaling, I've edited the video, and I am exporting it, so I just have to work on uploading it. And then I might do a little bit of writing. I'm not 100% sure on that. I think I'm gonna leave. I think I'm gonna start getting ready for my run at 9 o'clock and then head out. I am really contemplating switching up my running days from Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I need the extra time because I don't really have to go anywhere. Mondays and Fridays are my off day. So I don't have to go anywhere on Mondays and Fridays, except for usually if I do have something, it's in the evening. And then I have one meeting on Wednesdays. And that's usually at 10 o'clock. But if I can go that evening, my evenings are usually free on Wednesdays. So I could go for a run later on in the day when it's much warmer outside. And it just will probably be better for my schedule to be able to get those runs in later in the morning or in the evening so that I don't have to be up at 6 a.m. Now on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, then it's just a walk, which means I can just bundle up and get really super warm and cozy, because the thing I'm really thinking about with the runs in the mornings are that, oh, I need to heat up making my drink. What I'm really thinking about for my runs in the mornings are that I really dislike having to get up and be cold. And I know you're going to heat up, so it's not going to be bad. But for me, I don't want to run in the cold. I can run in like 50-degree weather and just put on a light top. But I don't want to have to be wearing something and be all bundled up and then take it off and then put back on when I get done. I'd rather just wait and go a little later. Woo! Okay, so we have finished our 2-mile run, 2-mile walk, and now we're gonna have us some food. I just grabbed what I had yesterday. The leftovers of my, what is this, oatmeal. I'm gonna put some yogurt with it and probably a little bit of sugar, some honey, and eat that, and then go take my shower and get ready and go read tarot. Alright, so today we finished up summarizing the story of Oya from Louisa T's Calabash. And so now we can put that up. We are done with our work for the day, except for having to do our sound bath. So what we're gonna do is, I have about an hour before I have to head over to the studio for my sound bath. So I am going to pop some popcorn. I'm going to do my wrap up for the week for The Artist's Way, and then I'm going to start reading chapter 3 for The Artist's Way and working on that. So my cat's playing on the floor. So that's our plan. And sound bath, come home, do our finances, take a bath, and go to bed. So pretty much this will probably be the last time I talk to you today, but I will see you tomorrow morning. I'm making breakfast as per usual. We're up a little late today, but that's okay. It's an off day, which is not an off day because I have to work. So, but it's late. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween. Friday, October 31st. And we are going to a Halloween event tonight. We are reading tarot at this Halloween event. Should be a good time. Got our milk heated up. Throw in some protein powder. We're finishing up the True Body. The chocolate is not great. Like I told you all, I'm not a fan of this. So we'll never buy that again. And glad I didn't spend like 30, 40 bucks on an actual case of it. Always buy samples. So plan for today. Have breakfast, journal, do my 1K words, do my budget, go to the bank, maybe go to the grocery store. I think I'm going to the grocery store tomorrow though. And then take a bath, do my 5K, take a bath, rest, pack up for my event tonight, get ready for my event tonight. I'm going as Nut, goddess, Egyptian goddess of the sky and the stars, and she's fantastic. And then go to my event. I'm going to leave a little bit early so that I have time to kind of hang out and get good parking, because parking is going to be insane since it's Halloween. And then that'll be it. That'll be the end of the day. I've also realized I'm really bad at doing my finances. So I'm going to do my finances in the mornings now instead of at night. So we're going to make that switch and see if that helps me out. Okay, so we have taken our bath. We have cooked up some food for the next couple of days to get us through the weekend. Got some frozen veggies that are about to start cooking on the stove. And then I got a cucumber instead of a squash. And so now I'm going to try to make cucumber chips. We're going to see how that goes. But that's what we're doing so far. And then this is for me to eat. Yes. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, so we're back. I hope you enjoyed this week. I hope you had a lot of fun watching me make it through Halloween and all that good stuff. Let's get into how I did this week with my tracking and my goals. So we start off with writing because this is a writing challenge. We were supposed to write 1K a day. I did that 6 out of the 7 days. Randomly on Wednesday, I only wrote like 952 words. Somehow I just never wrote the other like 45 words I needed to write. So we only did 6 out of 7. Editing, I worked on the Venus Intensive 7 out of 7 days. I did not work on the Night Ritual, my sci-fi future Afrofuturism novel, at all this week. Professional, I posted content, 3 pieces of content, 7 out of 7 days. I worked 2 hours. 7 out of 7 days, at least 2 hours, many of these days. As I think I told you all last week, I really stacked up my schedule. So I've been working a lot recently, but definitely met my minimum goal of 2 hours a day. Outreach email. I didn't send any outreach emails that week, even though I'm supposed to send one every week. I didn't do any drop-offs that week or attend any events. So I definitely had a slower week, but I did have a lot of activities going on as it was the end of October. And as you all know, I do a lot of things in the witchy community. And so therefore, October is an insanely busy month for me. I'm really looking forward to improving and increasing my output for my professional goals in November. For financial, I am tracking my finances, and I did that 5 out of 7 days. I very much so improved. I had to create my new November spread, which I track in this gorgeous planner. I actually have two. So I have this November one. So this is where I do all of I have all of my categories and things in my bullet journal. Love it. And then I actually have a disc journal binder that I also do pretty much the same information, but I don't do daily tracking. I do my daily tracking in my journal. I'm a paper girly and I like to write things down. It really helps me to feel closer to it because I have a tendency to ignore things if I do them digitally. Then for health, I am doing 4 miles 5 times a week. I did that 6 out of the 5 times that I'm supposed to do it. I am trying to meet a long-term goal on my Map My Run app. So I'm walking a lot more so that I can get more miles in and hopefully meet that end of the year goal. For running, I've switched my running to 3 out of 3 days out of the week. I'm now doing on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays because my yoga class is changing. It's going to be an hour earlier on Saturdays and it's cold. So I need to be able to run later in the day, and those are usually my slower days, and Monday and Friday are my off days. So I just have more time and flexibility. I need that time and flexibility. I just don't have it on Thursdays and Saturdays. So it just makes more sense to switch my schedule around. I'm also trying to be a little bit more gentle on my body. So I switched from running 4 days out of the week to 3 days. For weight training, I only did that 2 out of 3 days. I think on Thursday, I forgot, and then I didn't do it on Friday, or I did do it on Friday. Maybe I forgot it on Saturday. Either way, 2 out of 3 days. So this week, I'll definitely do better. Stanley's, I drank my Stanley's 7 out of 7 days. I took my vitamins 7 out of 7 days. I did no yoga that week. I was really tired. It was really worn out. It was a moment of a week. Saturday night when it was Halloween, I got home so late. I know I'll talk about this in the next week one, but as my recap, I got done at the event at around 11, maybe 15 like I was supposed to. Then I went and chatted with some friends for a little while. Then I came home. I got home around like maybe 12:45, 1 o'clock. And then I have to put everything away. I need to take a shower. I have to wind down. I did not end up going to bed till 2 a.m. And that is so late for me. As you all know, I've been struggling to get to bed by 10:30, which I'll talk about soon. But, which I think I was talking about now. But because of that, I have not used to staying up late at all anymore. Usually, I think the latest I've gone to bed has maybe been 11:30. And that was after an event. So going to bed at 2 in the morning really just messed up my whole sleep schedule and sleep cycle. And I'm still recovering from that. Plus the time change that happened in week 20. So sleep by 10:30. I only did that 3 out of 7 days. It was rough. It was a hard time this past week. But hopefully things slow down a little bit in November and I will be able to improve that. Personal, I took a long walk. That in week 19, I did 9.5 miles. It was beautiful. I did a walk around White Rock Lake in Dallas, and it was perfect. The weather was perfect. It was just beautiful. It was amazing. I have some footage that I've shared with you all about that one. For no socials before 9, I did 7 out of 7. For no socials after 9, I did 4 out of 7. I've noticed that when I do a lot of events, I give myself more of a pass to be on socials later, posting, giving thanks and gratitude for inviting me out to the event, things like that. I read for 30 minutes, 6 out of the 7 days. I played 4 out of 2, which is double what I was supposed to do. But I had a lot of time to just like have fun and have a good time. And I think that's what honestly October was really all about for me, was getting back into that balance and having more of a good time, really enjoying myself a little bit more, being more creative. Then for spiritual, I did my tuning fork 7 out of 7. I did my ancestors 7 out of 7. I meditated 7 out of 7 days, and I took 4 baths, spiritual baths, when I'm only supposed to take 3. I knocked the spiritual goals out of the park. This was quite possibly the best week I have had with my spiritual goals. I am intending to keep that up. The difference has been because it is colder, I am staying home a little bit longer, which is prioritizing my spiritual goals because I have more time in the morning and I'm not as like immediately out the door. So my goal for week 20 is to, again, focus more on my sleep, to make sure that I'm not on my socials as much, and to make sure that I'm doing my weight training and that I'm getting in my miles. And I'm not going to do as much as like a push for the professional just yet, because week 20, the week I'm in now when I'm recording this, is the end of the third quarter. So while it would be nice to do some of those things, I know for my fourth quarter, the professional goals will be the main goal that I'm focusing on, along with my being in bed by 10:30. So that's it, everybody. That's my update for week 19. Thanks for watching. I hope you all are knocking your goals out of the park, that you are making really great progress, that you are taking time to rest, to reset, to allow yourself to play and be creative. I hope that you are loving yourself and loving each other. I'll see y'all later. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.